Hi, I'm Troy. I'm going to tell you a story about respect, honor, politics, and rape, and so on. Now, years ago, I got the politics a little bit more, less policy. But anyway, see, I was against abortion. And then I clicked up here, and I was like, you know, it hit me about, okay, there are people that are brutally raped and killed, okay? Now, they don't know who they are. Sometimes women are drugged and they think it's somebody, or else it is, and they can't prove it or whatever. But, see, while this was going on, I had discussed this stuff with them. And I got pulled over a couple times in 2 years or whatever, a few times. But anyway, I talked to the police officer about it. We talked, we got along good. He respected me, see? He told me I was the nicest person he ever met. And that really shocked me. But anyway, we talked about it, and see, I'm telling him, it was about the DNA. See, the DNA points out the rapist, okay? And this is how I saw it. But he said if they don't get rid of it, the baby is evidence, they will get rid of it. Who knows what they think, but anyway. He, as time went on, they got rid of it. And I talked to them, and they're like, yeah, we got it because of 2 or 3 stipulations or whatever, And anyway, because of the mother's health, they said, right? So I thought it was, and I can't say for sure, but, the way it was thought of and the way that I talked, and the secretary said I single-handedly got rid of it, which I didn't. They did. But the 3 stipulations, they could have got rid of it all with the police, I guess, according to the police. Now, but anyway, the 3 stipulations were rape, incest, and mother's health, okay? The 3. Which, this is what should have been done. See, if they would have boiled down to it, now there are people that didn't rape. Now, they will be mad, but if they think about it, this is just because if they know they didn't do it, they're going to be called in. If somebody's raped, you call in the rapist and you check their blood and see if they were the rapist, okay? That's what you do, and it scares them, okay? That's what I believe to do. But anyway, this is how I see it. And I can't say for sure. I wasn't there. But I think that they figured, hey, if we tell them we'll get rid of this all the way because of this, and they got rid of it because of those 3 stipulations, and they got it down to, which there was like 200 some stipulations before, I think. But anyway, this is a story that wasn't on regular TV or Newsmax. Part of it was on regular TV. Okay, now in Minnesota, see, somebody went over to Minnesota from North Dakota, okay? And on the regular news, they said, oh, yeah, they said they don't know if they can give up these abortions. They're paranoid. They don't know if they're going to get into trouble and all this stuff. And anyway, so that was the story, okay? And then what channel is that, Dad? What channel is that? What channel was that?
Okay. Real America's Voice.
Okay, Real America's Voice. Now, on Real America's Voice, it told the whole story, unless I got it wrong. But this is what happened. See, they told the part that they must have been paranoid about. See, they took the baby. See, the babies, there were 2 of them, and they were full birth babies. Now, they took them and they set them on the counter and they let them starve to death, okay? Of course you're paranoid. You killed the baby. It was born already. And that's what it said on the channel that I said. They gave the whole outspect. They didn't talk about paranoid. See, they wanted to move back to North Dakota too because of it. I mean, and they were going broke, of course. People ain't lying is what's going on. But anyway, those three stipulations could stop rape to a percentage at a high percentage. You rape, you go to jail, you're accused of it and you didn't do it or whatever, they're gonna see that they ain't doing it. You know, they can say I didn't do it, you know, like they did before. But anyway, it would make the world more just. And the babies should live. If it's the mother's life, she's gonna die or the baby or both. It's a mother's decision. See, that's life. And they don't need an abortion clinic, as far as I'm concerned. Why don't they have somebody in the hospital that deals with abortion? They can work with, I'm sure they could be pediatricians and all that in the center, but that's what I got to say. You can, I don't know how you check on that station, but that's what I saw. If it was about North Dakota or not, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was. In the regular news, all they said was they were paranoid. They didn't know if they could board them, and they wanted to move to North Dakota because they're going bankrupt. That's what they said on there. But if I was right, and it was that channel saying North Dakota, and I'm sure it was, they set the babies on the counter and let them starve to death. You think that's right or wrong? Do you believe in a rape, or do you want to get rid of it? Thank you.